the black church joke that took off.
Yeah.
I definitely wrote that because every time I went to a black church, I was like, this is way longer than the white church, but way more entertaining too. Yeah. So I was just, of course I expounded on it and then made it longer than what it really is. But I mean, at the core of it, it was like, it's more entertaining, but it's also longer.
Yeah. So would you say that's probably your most popular, or the joke that you're most well known for?
That one, I think, that one really put me on the map as far as just like, it just went everywhere. And that was before like Instagram and TikTok and stuff. Like, I just can't, I bet you if I had told that joke 10 years later, that would have been definitely probably a viral one. Whenever. I mean, it wasn't viral as it is, but that was the one that kind of everybody was like, oh.
And that's about 20 years old now, huh?
No, it's probably less than that. Probably about 14. About 2010. Okay. I think 2009 or 8, I started to cultivate it, and then it just kind of. I'll tell you where the joke started was I was at the Comedian Theater in LA, and I remember I went on stage and I literally was just kind of winging it, talking about black church, and that particular club had like a band that would play in between the comedians. So I'm starting to tell the joke, and they started playing music. Like, as I was almost preaching. And I was like, what is going on right now? And then I went, oh, and the joke just kind of took off from there. But that's where, like, I was like, oh, shoot, I could really take this joke. And I remember for the first year I had it, I was saying in the middle of my act, and I had no ending.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like Black Church is long, it got a goofy laugh, and then it just kept going. I go, man, I'm missing a punchline to this, or something's on it, but I would tell it every night. And then finally it just came together and ended up being like an 8-minute bit at the end of it. So.
Yeah. No, I think it's something that most black people, a lot of black people, grew up in the church. And we grew up in the church like, this is pretty long, especially when you was a kid. But your parents they would make you come every week. And then you were on the step team, and you were in the choir, and you were on those. So I think it was just something that everyone related, African Americans related to. So.
Well, no, I think a lot of white people took that joke too, because I do say how white people are in church, but then I say how black people are in church. And even if you're white and haven't been to a black church, you've seen movies and you've seen black church on TV. So you can feel the energy sometimes from the services Sunday morning on television. You can feel them. So I did find, like, I think, of course, black people just took off with the joke, but I think when I was there telling it live, I was like, white people was really enjoying it just as much. Like, it almost made me even happier to see white people like belly laughing with it. You know?